Hi, my name is Lisa Sedares, and I'm a senior project engineer in the Systems Architecture and Integration Division. When I was in high school, I had a teacher who taught physics, but also had a robotics club. And so he encouraged me to stay for robotics club after school, and I fell in love with it. I was really interested in robotics. I met a lot of cool people, and then eventually took over the club, got to go to STEM competitions, robotics competitions, and all of a sudden realized that I could major in engineering. Through robotics, I was able to find a full ride scholarship to a college, and I went to college to study astronautical engineering. Once I was there, I was like, well, astronautical engineering has a lot of overlap with electrical engineering. Maybe I can try to double major. So I ended up doing that, which led me to my first job. And then from there, went back to school quite a few times. So I actually ended up having 5 degrees. So I have my dual bachelor's in astronautical engineering and electrical engineering. I have a master's of science in space systems engineering, a master of music and piano performance, and then during the pandemic, I went back for an MBA. After I graduated and I got my first job at NOAA, I stayed there for 5 or 6 years, and I really learned satellite operations, which is kind of the end point of a satellite life cycle. After spending about 5 or 6 years in operations and science data processing and actual command and control of the satellite, I was like, I really think I want to go learn design, build, test. So I found this opportunity at Aerospace Corporation. At that point, I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast. So once at Aerospace, I started with the Civil Systems group, and I stayed there for another about 5 years. And I worked with a bunch of our different NASA customers. So I was at NASA Goddard, and then I went over to NASA JPL here in Pasadena. Then I worked over at Johnson Space Center at the NASA Houston. Got to work on human spaceflight for the first time in my career, which was really exciting. I got to work in EVA development and designing, helping with the suit checkout, helping with the testing of the suit and getting that ready for Artemis 3. So now I support the Space Systems Integration Office, or SSIO, and our day-to-day operations look a little bit different because what we're doing is we're evaluating and looking at operational capability across the space domain and trying to find out where the architectures intersect, where we can do integration across various customers, and where we can even use, or where we can integrate commercial and where we can integrate our multinational forces and allies and partners as well. I think that one of the best things about aerospace is the people. So I think if you ask anybody here, one of the common things that you'll hear is that people at Aerospace are really nice. So they're very smart, they're very educated, they're very excited about their jobs, but they're also very nice and they're very collaborative. We're not talking about like, this is my bubble and this is my technology and I want to keep it for myself. We share that amongst our peers and amongst our coworkers, colleagues, and friends. And we work together and share information and ideas, which is really beneficial for the workplace as a whole. It makes you feel like you're a part of a team. I've never worked anywhere else that's like this. But I think what I'm personally excited about is collaboration. I think it's really important for us all to work together in organizations, as engineers, as people, to figure out and solve these problems that we have, whether it is looking at Earth data and protecting people, or protecting Earth, or exploring the universe. I think those things are important for all of our organizations and people to get behind, and I'm really excited for how technology is going to shape collaboration.